Hi, everybody. This is Gary Trendle, Chair of the Hopkinton Planning Board. I'd like to provide a quick recap from our April 24th, 2023 meeting. We had a very full agenda with 6 public hearings and actually made a lot of great progress for with them, closing out 5 of those 6 with decisions. So let me quickly walk through. The first item was an administrative item, and this was to review a street acceptance for Fox Hollow Road. This has been a bit of a challenge given some prior history with the property, and certainly recognize the desire to get this to take a vote on this at town meeting next week. So the board did vote to recommend acceptance of this street. However, we're going to hold the bond until we're able to confirm with our own staff that all the work has been completed. So that one was reasonably straightforward. The second hearing was for citizens petition to change zoning over on Hayward Street and South Street. And in this particular situation, the applicant had requested to withdraw the article, although it's actually too late to withdraw the article. Just as a reminder, the planning board's role here was to vote as to whether or not we wanted to recommend support of this citizens petition. And based on the applicant's desire to withdraw it, the planning board instead voted unanimously to take no action. And that is simply an acknowledgement that the applicant desires to not move forward. And that will play out at town meeting, but they certainly do not have any advocacy or support from the planning board on the citizens petition. The next hearing was on the quarry over on Lumber Street. And the primary focus here was on completing an environmental study to make sure that the future potential work was not going to adversely impact the environmental considerations on the site. And that came back from their consultants with flying colors. And so the board voted to approve the earth removal permit. And again, this is something that they hold the permit just in case they need some granite for historic preservation purposes. This is not generally not a very active site. I don't think they've taken any granite out of the quarry for the last several years. We did continue the public hearing for 28 Lumber Street based on a request of the applicant. On 86 Elm Street, we actually reached a decision on the major project site plan application as well as a stormwater management permit. There's some contention on this based on the application. The applicant was just under an acre of disturbance, but as a planning board, we'd asked them to still go through the stormwater management review process. Just taking into consideration the frequency of storms that we've had over the last several years, and wanting to make sure that this site, in particular during construction, was not going to result in any additional stormwater challenges. So really appreciate the applicant working through that with us. This is a great example where the applicant worked very closely with Beta, with our engineering review. Really worked through all of the necessary design work and documentation work with them, and we were able to approve both the major project site plan and the stormwater management permit. Next up for us was 17 Pratt Way. This is the pickleball / tennis courts over off of Fruit Street, and we did continue this hearing. The applicant was still working through some considerations pointed out by Beta, by our independent engineering review. So that meeting has been continued. The last one was a new public hearing at 35 Parkwood Drive. The applicant was needing to install some mechanical equipment and a generator that is ground mounted and viewable from the street. So that necessitated a minor site plan. And I want to really applaud the applicant here. They put forth a very nice looking landscaping plan, incorporating a berm, just in general doing some nice work to shield the mechanical equipment and the generator from view from the public street. So that was our meeting in a recap. We issued decisions on 5 hearings, which was great progress for us. Some of these have been hanging around for a while, so it's nice to have a reasonably clean slate as we go into town meeting, and as we are going to be rebuilding a portion of our board in after the town election. So had some longtime members that are moving on from the planning board, but I know that we've got some engaged and eager citizens to that will be replacing them. So thanks everyone. We'll hopefully see you at town meeting on Monday night, and have a good weekend.